everyone, I am so excited for Doom Eternal's release that I've been replaying Doom 2016 these past couple of weeks. And so in celebration, I wanted to share some of my gameplay as I rip and tear through the campaign. I've condensed and edited my walkthrough because otherwise this video would be too long. So I thought I'd add my thoughts, my viewpoints, and my favorite moments throughout the game. Pulling up the dossier, you can see that I've upgraded every single gun in my arsenal. I've collected all Praetor tokens to upgrade my suit. And I've also upgraded to 100% all of the runes, which wasn't easy. My rune configuration is the equipment power, intimacy is best, and rich get richer. This is what most enhances my gameplay experience, but as you play, you enjoy what you have. And as you can see, I've 100% of the codex, so I've picked up all the collectibles. Getting back into this game after not playing for a while was kind of hard getting used to the weapon wheel, but you get back into it, because the game doesn't give you time to think about it. This is the first mission chapter of the UAC, and this first stage is the environment of Mars. Inhospitable and desolate, it's an easy map with caves and ridges, and the best part is there's all kinds of possessed scientists and imps to smash and destroy. The possessed are easy fodder to kill, but the imps are a little bit more of a challenge because they're running all around throwing projectiles at you, and then these possessed soldiers suck ass. But when you glory kill them, it feels really good. See, you gotta keep moving, and sometimes you gotta pull out the chainsaw. Yeah. The game's very task-oriented. You go from problem to get to the main objective, and there's a lot of collecting access cards from the corpses of UAC employees. This first map isn't one of my favorites, mostly because the environment is very bland. There's caves and ridges and some machinery, but overall, it's just whatever. I love throwing grenades in this game because it just kills the shit out of everybody. My first playthrough, I never used the grenades. The more you play this game, the more you realize better and more creative ways of killing everything. The plasma rifle is definitely one of my favorite weapons in the game, and the heat blast upgrade is definitely fucking intense. Because when you unleash that Argent energy, that hell energy to sear demon flesh, it feels so cool. And everything about this game is exactly that. You feel great. I love the urgency of this game. It's fast. Besides the handy double jump, Doomguy is always in a sense of urgency. There's no sprint trigger because he is in a constant run. This is his base walking speed. But that's awesome because the gameplay intends for movement to be the key feature in your game experience. You need to keep moving and you need to keep blasting. It's really cool because as you're doing this, you're kind of playing this chess game in your head without even realizing you're doing it. When you're thinking about, should I throw a grenade? What weapon should I use? What mod should I go to? Should I use the chainsaw here? Should I use a glory kill here? Everything that you do is planned out in your head in kind of an unconscious way because you get so used to everything that you're doing. And as you're running around, jumping, evading, punishing, it showcases exactly what this game is supposed to do. And this doesn't even include the plot, which is bonkers. Basically, Doomguy wakes up butt naked, strapped to a chair after being imprisoned in a cursed demon sarcophagus for millennia. There's demons everywhere when he wakes up, and they're killing everybody in sight. So naturally, he suits up, grabs some guns, and he starts blasting away. Fuck yeah, I'll play that. I'll play that any day of the week.
Welcome to the UAC. Now 221 accident-free days.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars. After running diagnostics on the Praetor suit, it appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
Mission 2 is great because I can use my heavy assault rifle to snipe zombie heads. And this is the resource operations facility, which is basically, again, overrun by demons. And basically they're standing in my way of finding out exactly what the intent of Hell's invasion is. So, Doom Guy, you gotta restore power to the facility and its satellite dish and kill as many demons as you can along the way.
I believe in honesty, especially now. In what will be your final
God, I hate this
moments in
bitch.
world.
She's such a good antagonist.
All the rumors,
She reminds me a lot of Tilda
the human
Swinton,
sacrifices,
if she worked for the devil.
the hell portal, the demons. It's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
Chain gun's another one of my favorite weapons. I mean, just look at it. It's devastating. It fucks up everything in the vicinity. I love destroying gore nests. The hellish piercing scream followed by hordes of summoned hellspawn. I revel in the sound of my super shotgun as I fire both barrels into demon flesh with absolute precision. It's music to my ears, or is that Mick Gordon's cacophony of heavy metal guitar riffs and unrelenting industrial synths? God, I love this game. Fuck, I don't know if these imps are brave or just stupid. They are just asking to die.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged. Access granted.
Welcome to the UAC's Mars installation, located in the vast Hellas Plain impact basin. This high-tech mining and research facility is pushing the boundaries of the imagination each and every day. As a
I love interacting with these health stations. It's a cool animation and it refreshes me.
It's a commitment to the future of mankind. Thank you for your service.
God, this Berserker power-up is one of those things that just that added extra cherry on top of the sundae that makes the gaming experience that much more fun. You don't do this all the time, but when you do it, you fuck everything up. Also, I really enjoy the platforming in this game. It's not too crazy. There's helpful hints with like the green areas, like green for go this way. So that's always been very helpful. And then these demons just keep trying to stop you.
That is pure Argent energy you've just taken into your system. It seems to agree with you. I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
61,337 UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown. Demonic presence through the Mars installation is critical. According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility. The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here. Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited Hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
I like how Doom is basically one of those horror movies where a science experiment just goes terribly wrong and everyone dies. Playing with the weapon modifications on the weapon wheel as I pull things out is so much fun. It feels so cool when Doom Guy just busts out the weapon, changes the scope, or does whatever he needs to do. It's a great way to buy some time when things get a little bit slow. And overall, it's just one of my favorite pieces. Yeah. But now we enter one of my favorite areas. This is the Foundry. So this is mission 3. And the Foundry, so basically what it says on Wikipedia, the Foundry, an extension of resource operations, possesses all of the heavy elements mined from the outlying Martian landscape, refining Argent plasma, a large amount of transitional metals and gases, so a central location that can be systematically cleansed and decontaminated is required to keep this Argent energy, Hell energy, production at maximum efficiency. So basically this is a high-risk area, and it's an area with heavy machinery, fire, a ton of demons, and a bunch of fucking lava. So before I can stop Olivia, I gotta basically stop this meltdown.
Detected.
First, I gotta go find some missing body pieces. Playing through this mission, the level feels a lot and reminds me a lot of the ship in Alien Resurrection. I don't know why, but whenever I'm playing this, I always feel like I'm going to find Sigourney Weaver's character, or even Ron Perlman. Or maybe a xenomorph.
Access granted.
The Hellraiser has such a cool demon design. Every time I kill one, it just makes me so happy. And talking about horror in space, and specifically movies, this reminds me a lot of Paul W.S. Anderson's sci-fi horror film, Event Horizon, where Sam Neill creates a gravity drive, an artificial black hole, for faster-than-light travel. But of course, it ends up traveling to hell, and you can imagine what happens next. Lawrence Fishburne, God, I respect this character so much because he doesn't take any shit and tries to book it as soon as he hears what's happening. And that's what a reasonable person would do. If only he had Doomguy on that ship, he would have ripped and torn through all those demon ghosts like it was nobody's business. Aw, yeah. This is when we get introduced to the Hell Knight. God, that thick fucking monster. I love killing those. I hate these shields. I hate these shields so much. If we're talking about movies, again, I'm sorry, another movie that this reminds me of, and I think is done purposefully, is in James Cameron's Terminator 2, Judgment Day. One of the greatest films of all time, one of my favorite movies of the 90s, and more specifically, Arnold Schwarzenegger's greatest film of all time. I gotta say that because right here, when you're fighting over the lava parts, it's very easy for you to accidentally fall into the lava. And what's really cool is for those of you who haven't died here, like I have many times, if you fall in the lava, you do this really cool like Easter egg where Doomguy's hand falls in, and slowly as he is submerged within the lava, he does the Arnold Schwarzenegger T-800 like thumbs up as he's kind of being burned alive. That's really, really cool. And I guess that's an homage. So it's cool that the creators like Terminator 2 because who doesn't like that movie? Again, another cool concept. Doomguy is really good at killing demons. Could he take on a bunch of T-800s? Could he take on Skynet? I like how there's so many gore nests in this level. Again, task-oriented. I can't go on to the next objective until I destroy all these pieces of shit. The chain gun's mobile turret is god-tier power. This modification adds so much to the firing rate that all three of the barrel clusters shoot simultaneously. It does overheat, but when you use it, it destroys. I love this gun. More dead bodies, more access cards. This game's very specific, but I like that. It's also just a giant maze. You got a platform, you gotta run around, you gotta destroy these gore nests, and then you gotta kill everything in the room. And you know, I appreciate that the game does that. Mad respect. I like how some people, when the game first came out, complained that when the demons come, you can't really escape and you have to kill them all. Those people aren't playing Doom right, because the whole purpose is they can't escape. It's not that you're trying to escape, it's just that you have to kill everything in order to move on. I think that's very accurate for what the game is trying to do. And what the game is trying to do is teach us a lesson about how killing the devil is really important. So is this a Christian game? Some could argue yes. To me, it's more about killing demons. Also, those micro missiles that I just shot, so fucking cool.
Lockdown disengaged. Turbine room door open.
Whoa, what the fuck? Oh shit. See, they come out of nowhere. So everything's melting down, and I've got to basically reactivate these turbines to stop the overheating. This part of the game isn't one of my favorites just because the space is so big. It's not that I don't like killing everything in this room. It's more that everything's always running, so you have to kind of chase. And that's the part where I'm like, where do I go? Who's coming? See, like, look, here he is. At least the Hell Knight comes towards me. Like, he wants to kill me. But the imps are running around. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, so it's kind of like it's like kind of like a cat and mouse game. Imps run around, you kill them. Like I said, the Hell Knights, gotta give it up to them. They're unrelenting. They don't stop. They're built to kill. But then the Hellraisers are kind of like off to the side, trying to shoot you with their arm laser. See, look at them, running away. I'm gonna get you. God damn it. Bam, right there.
The core temperature is now stabilized.
The primary control room has been activated somewhere nearby. It could be Olivia.
There she is.
Authorization. Olivia Pierce. Alpha 402.
This right here. This is one of my favorite scenes. I love the way she uses the interface. This is so cool.
All power rerouted to Argent Energy Tower.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our world and theirs.
You could not have saved them anyway.
Oh, that line gives me goosebumps. Oh, I love that line.
The system won't allow anyone but Olivia to override it now. We will have to shut down those using the tower to drill a doorway into their world. You can prevent her from opening the gate by disabling the tower induction filters.
Untethered cross-dimensional activity is a frequent occurrence outside of the base, so it is recommended that workers buddy up and journey across the Martian surface.
The level design in some of these environments is just so good. The gore, the demonic synergy, everything about it just looks so fucking badass. And then you got these kind of sceneries, just outside, kind of dark, a lot of dustiness. That's probably why these demons are so mad. They can't breathe. Or they have sand in their ass. The scope on the heavy assault rifle is definitely one of my favorite weapons. Sometimes you just gotta shoot them from far away. Or you can shoot one of these barrels and cause destruction. Ah, yes. Disarming the Argent filters. The
disabling
memes that
tower,
this
you
created.
need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the hinges.
Warning. Energy contamination detected.
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
I like how a big part of this game can basically be summed up as Samuel Hayden says, please don't destroy this, and then Doom Guy just breaks it as hard as he can. Which makes sense. I mean, if we're going with the lore and like the fan theories, that this is the same Doom Guy from the first games, and how he's been stuck in hell for a long time killing them all. By now, he's had to save Earth 100 times. He's traveled hell so many times. And all of Samuel Hayden's justification and rationality for using hell energy to make the world a better place, Doom Guy's not having any of it. So it makes sense for him to just destroy these.
You must stop. The hell energy is unusable without the filters.
And it's so funny, because it's like a cat that you tell him not to knock something over.
Destroying is more valuable than you
But he does it anyway.
possibly imagine. It is a perfect and unlimited energy resource.
Warning. Energy contamination at critical levels.
Ah yes, the introduction of the summoner. I hate this bitch so much. She just brings more demons.
We spent decades perfecting the science, selling it to humanity. We balanced their hell energy with our science, making it usable and safe. We solved an energy crisis the world had no answer for.
I really like this blue room.
It works. You cannot do this.
Better than all the yellows and
Remember,
dusty browns that we get.
Council of Nine is always watching.
If stopping
Last
our energy
one.
production is what you want, then you
God, look at
need
those
only to
biceps.
destroy this last filter, and Argent energy will no longer exist in this solar system. We will be back at square one.
Hell yeah.
You have no
That's a cool
idea
visual.
what you have just done.
Olivia is still alive. I've detected her life signature at the Argent Tower. She has removed one of the accumulators from the tower base. It has a unique energy signature that we can track.
Well, that's it then. There's nothing else to be done.
There are thrust boots in the maintenance hangar. You can use them to traverse the pipeline.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown.
We got the Revenant. Really cool bad guy. Just a fucking skeleton with shoulder-mounted rockets. But look how easy I kill him. Make no mistake, they're not that easy to kill. It's just because I'm upgraded all the way up. And this is normal difficulty. I tried Ultra Nightmare once. Nope. For those of you that can do it, fuck yeah, my respect to you. But I want to have a little bit of a challenge, or enough of a challenge, while at the same time I'm not completely punishing myself. It's really cool because in this level, we're scaling the Argent Energy Tower. And basically, the thrust boots, this is where you get them. So this is what allows you to double jump. So before this level, if you're not completely upgraded or going through the campaign again, you can't use the double jump. So everything is a lot harder. Here, though, you have to use the double jump because you need to be able to get to these motherfuckers that are shooting at you. This is a good chance to practice your your sniping moves as you move around. Make sure that you don't get tagged. Lots of platforming. But that makes it fun because it's not just you shooting all the time. It's you having to decide how to kind of showcase. Like there I used the grenade. But other than that, you know, headshot, there we go. I hate these shield guys. That's why you should always save some of your chainsaw, because that automatically kills them. Yep, there's Thick Boy. With this precision bolt. Oh no, siege mode. Yep. That makes it so much easier. And I got all these possessed soldiers. Easy to kill. God damn it. Chainsaw, there we go. Yeah. Nasty. But yeah, gotta keep moving. As you can see, we gotta do this double jump, get across. I have not made that before, and that sucked. Oh, there she is. God, look at that fucking suit. I like how it's just slowly just transforming. She's just turning into a beast. Like the beast that she is inside.
The connection to their dimension is still viable. We are at great risk, Dr. Hayden.
This is a cool moment in your first playthrough. This is when you get the super shotgun. That's another thing that I really like about this game is when you first encounter the weapons, there's a cool animation. You kind of get to play with it, look at it. It's like he's admiring the weapons he's going to use. And that is so cool. God, these stupid ass imps. You think they could hear me? Like a 300-pound man in like 800-pound armor running around. You think you can't hear that? This whole next part is so much fun. Because Fat Boy joins the party. And this is one of those moments that I just had so much fun playing. Damn it, don't have enough for the chainsaw. This is one of those moments that I had so much fun playing the first time. Like, oh my god, how do I kill this thing? Now, as you can see, I blew him apart really easily. But the fun thing is you get to run around now and just kill every single thing in this room. And there's so many bad guys. That's what makes it so much fun. And it's a good variety. You have possessed soldiers. You got some of the Hell Knights. You got more of them. You got some imps running around. Hellraisers. We got some revenants that show up a little bit later. So good variety in the demons that you have to kill. And again, you don't stay static. You have to keep moving. Because if you stop, you're going to get bombarded with all kinds of plasma shots, rockets, fireballs. The Mancubus here, he's able to showcase a lot of his strength and a lot of things that he does. So there's so many cool things. There's power-ups, there's shields. So there's a lot of platforming that you showcase with your killing. So you kind of get to decide what you want to do. Sometimes a blast from the super shotgun is enough to just blow them to bits. And that's all I need. And then glory kill. And that's what makes this game so good. It's the details in the game. Like, the fact of the matter is there's no button to reload. The weapons automatically do that. On top of that, you can't just duck and cover. You need to stay active. You need to run around. you utilize all of these different things in your arsenal, like this quad damage that I have, or the berserker, or the haste, or the invulnerability. You basically get to pick and choose the things you want to do. I like the super shotgun because it kills things really, really well, but that doesn't mean that everyone's going to play this style. And the fact of the matter is, you get to choose how you want to experience Doomguy at his best.
The accumulator's energy signature indicates that it is nearing the top of this argent facility.
If she ruptures that accumulator near the Argent Beam, she could open a portal to their world that we will never be able to close.
This part of the level takes a really long time, and if you're not careful, and if you don't time the jumps right, you will have to start all over. So that kind of sucks. But I like the platforming. A lot of people when the game came out weren't a big fan of this, but I mean, I like walking around. Like I said, he's always at a run, so that part makes it really cool. And it's just a lot of fun to look at new things and decide, okay, here is a little bit of a breather after you've killed so many monsters. Solve this puzzle. Get around this. And then we have these moments where we gotta kill more monsters. And that is really cool within itself, because there's so many things to kill. And of course, the best part of this game is the fact that Mick Gordon created a soundtrack that feels like you're a part of it. There's a joke going on around in the internet that basically says Doomguy's the only hero that has boss music. So it's not so much there's boss music for anything here, it's more of you walk around with the boss music. And I think that's really cool, in the sense where you feel powerful. The first time I play this game and I'm walking around and I'm stuck in an encounter, and then all of a sudden, the heavy metal starts playing, and I'm like, oh my god, it pumps you up. It gets louder as you kill more and more bad guys. And that, to me, in itself is cool. And that's awesome, because Doomguy is one of those awesome characters. I want to read something that I found on 4chan many years ago, and I think it perfectly encompasses why Doomguy is one of the coolest protagonists of all time. It's made by Anonymous, so there's no specific author, but I just wanted to share it with you guys. He stopped the demon invasion on the Mars moons single-handedly. Died, went to hell. He trashed hell so bad they were like, just leave us alone, and allowed him back to Earth. Hell then invaded Earth. He was like, these fuckers never learn. Went back to hell. Killed the master demon, so they scrapped their Earth invasion plan for good. Then they invade again. Doomguy is like, okay, that was the last straw. And after stopping the invasion single-handedly again, he stayed in hell to trash the place for eternity as a punishment. Doomguy is literally punishing hell because of their aggression. Demons started worshipping him and made him a sword. They had to trick him and lock him into a 100-ton stone tomb with steel chains and tons of rune magic just to keep him contained, because they just couldn't handle him. There's a lower demon count in Doom 4 because Doomguy wiped out the majority of them. That's so cool. The heights of this tower just never end. Like, this level is so interesting because it's literally platform, get higher, kill a bunch of monsters. Platform, get higher, kill a bunch of more monsters. Here's an undead zombie, kill him too. It's just all of this fun stuff.
UAC, opening the gates of hell with a key to the future.
This is not the end! It's only the beginning!
Join please the next person in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This part of the game has always been really funny to me, just because instead of Doomguy just waiting to be sent to hell, he literally tries to kill as many demons as possible before he does. And in this part of the game, there's no stop to the onslaught. They just keep coming. So you have to basically survive until you basically get blasted to hell. And at first, when I first played this game, that was really hard, but now, here we are.
He is here.
He is here.
The first time I heard that in the game, it was so cool. I love this design of hell. This is one of the first levels you ever explore here. It's called Kringir Sanctum, if I'm pronouncing that right.
We'll set up a portal device at the tomb. Use the light poles to mark our path.
This is where the UAC finds Doomguy in the sarcophagus. As you can see, there's Argent Energy. This environment is one of my favorites because the fact that it is in hell, there's all kinds of rocky terrain, but there's so much detail. From the fact that it's filled with the unworthy, which are lesser demons, as you can see here, and the fact that there's rivers of acid and just so much danger everywhere you go. The fact that this is like the Deimos moon in the original Doom, that this area kind of hovers above hell itself, because there's all kinds of hovering layers, and this is one of those layers. Of course, this place is filled with demons to massacre and destroy. The environment is so much fun because of the fact that as you look throughout, there's a network of tunnels, we got some catacombs, and there's all kinds of temples. The fact that you run around and you see just dead creatures all over the place, the way that the trees look, the way that the mountains and the hovering pieces of debris are all over the place. All of it looks so cool. There's so much detail. And it looks so expansive. That's the other really cool part. Basically, what the wiki says as it describes this place is called the Blood Keep. It's a sprawling network, like I said, of tunnels and catacombs, and they connect the wasteland to the Great Step. Basically, it's believed this is an area that serves as a place of worship and vilification for both heroes and enemies can be found buried in these tombs. So basically, the dead live here, and the demons are here to stop it. So the fact of the matter is, they were on Mars, and now here I am on their turf, showcasing to them exactly why I'm not someone to be fucked with. The fact of the matter is, Doomguy does not care. Whether it's on Mars, Earth, or even in hell itself, he will look for you, he will find you, and he will destroy you. And that in itself is cool. Again, this battle scene is another one of those fun ones when you first come in here. And there's so many different places you can turn into. And whenever you don't know, there's a bad guy that might show up and attack you from the back. So again, gotta keep running, gotta keep up with it, because if not, you will be torn to shreds. The satanic imagery and the visuals is so cool. I love getting these skulls and utilizing these ancient magics to open these doors. It's so much cooler than just waiting for a yellow Axis card key in order to get to somewhere. Also, these are really cool because these tablet things kind of give us a little bit of the lore of where the demon or the Doomslayer comes from. And that is so cool. Because again, there's not a lot of lore in this game. Correction, there is a lot of lore. There's a lot of background lore and a lot of things that you're able to pick up on. But it doesn't outright tell you. And that is really fucking sick. Because this game isn't so much about narrative. This game is more about the experience. And as I've been showing you now for the past almost hour, I have so much fun playing this. I get so engrossed into the little details that I make up the story as I go. And that's the cool part, because everybody can do that. Just like everybody can use this chain gun to completely eviscerate these monsters. Damn, that Mancubus has some hops. This is one of the cooler parts of the game, where when you go into this little tunnel here, you can actually see a couple of things. One, you got this Hell Knight that will fuck you up if you're not careful. Completely forgot he was there. Oh, they absorb so much damage. Damn. But you go into this little cave area, and you get to interact with the chain gun for the first time. But more importantly, here we got Commander Keen with the Doom helmet. That's a cool little Easter egg. But fuck. When I first got this weapon, I felt so powerful. Because it is one of the more powerful weapons in the game. Some more platforming. Go from level to level. Interact with this. Opens up the door. Ugh. And this is where we're going to be able to find... Wait, is this the part where... Oh no, there's something else. Nothing more. Another cool thing is that this part of the game also kind of gives us a lot of new bad guys. We've got the floating cacodemons, we got the flying lost souls that keep exploding on me. And then in a little bit, we're gonna get to explore my personal favorite demon. There he is, the Baron of Hell. God, I love the traditional demonic look. Massive horns, goat-legged hooves, and a red muscular physique. I mean, this is what the devil would look like in Legend, but more importantly, this is what a high-ranking Hell Knight looks like. And Hell Knights are just grotesque brutes that are unrelenting. They're just big, angry, thick boys. But the Barons of Hell are so much bigger, they're so much meaner, and they are devastating. And I mean devastating. Whenever I see one, like right now, I know it can easily fuck me up if I'm not careful. Like, these guys don't stop. They are unrelenting in their pursuits, and everything that they throw at you fucking hurts. So you don't play with these. You don't just play with them. You gotta run around. These bigger demons absorb so much damage. I love using the sniper, but fuck. Oh, here he comes. I know you see me, skeleton boy. Here he comes. He's just gonna die. More platforming. as we get close to the end of this mission, we have this final encounter, which gives me nightmares. It is so unrelentingly hard. That's why, again, as Doom God, you have to keep moving, because if you stop for even a second, these demons will tear you apart. I like how there's so many different open areas, but there's also so many rocks that get in your way. You gotta be ready. But to kind of celebrate this, I wanted to go over kind of one more commentary made by user A Little Melancholy on Tumblr. This person was asked biggest badass in gaming history, and they said, a hotly debated subject, I've no doubt, but my vote is for the original Doom Guy. Before Master Chief and all his power armor, before Dante and his demon-stomping sassiness, you had this kick-ass machine of meat, rage, and badassery, who not only took on the armies of hell by himself, but went straight into hell itself not once, not twice, but several times to curb stomp every asshole down there into submission. And this was done way before he decided to finally perform a hostile takeover and just take up permanent residence there to make sure it wouldn't happen again. Seriously. This guy not only lugged around an excess of guns and ammo that had to weigh over 300 pounds easily, but he could sprint like 100 miles an hour, fueled by nothing but his desire to see every last demon in existence reduced to a bloody pile of mush on the ground. Say what you want about how badass the protagonists of today, or even the recent past are, but the Doom Guy is easily the biggest badass in the history of badassery. And that's exactly what this game is all about. And as we wind down, I wanted to thank everybody for watching. We have a couple more to go, so please keep in tune as we play through Doom 2016.